I finally have another submission back from PSA. It's been about 4 months since I dropped it off. I have a few out there still, so there'll be more to come, but I'm excited to finally have some new slabs. I have two other submission videos from like a year ago on the channel, so check those out if you haven't yet. It was early on in the channel, so might not be as quality as the videos are these days. Not that these are the biggest quality videos, the best quality videos out there, but I've definitely improved at talking to you guys a little bit, I think. But check those out. My gem rate previously to this submission was about 84%. I graded a ton of alt arts, tag teams, some pretty cool cards. I'll leave links in the description if you want to check them out. I graded a Moonbryon, some Mewtwo and Mew GX tin promos, the Giratina and Garchomp tin promo, a bunch of cool stuff. But yeah, we got 12 cards here, most of which I pulled myself. A few of them I picked up and got in trades or whatever throughout the last year or so, maybe I guess 6 months, first 6 months of the year. I have some other footage I'll probably pop in over this video. I'll kind of talk about the cards, throw the footage of the cards before I sent them for grading as well, so we can kind of look at the raw versus the graded. But hopefully we've got 12 PSA 10s in here. They're not really in any specific order. There's some like regular VMAX cards, some celebration stuff, some newer things from Destined Rivals, and the big hit is going to be at the end. I know the grades of all these, so I'm not going to act all surprised, but we'll talk about the cards a little bit, how I acquired them, why I graded them. But the biggest card being that Pikachu from Simplified Chinese, the first 151 with Mew in the background. I have a clip of me pulling that, so I'll play that on here as well. They do have Master... Yo! This is really sick. We don't have this in English. We don't have it in Japanese. Really, really cool card. I was stunned when I pulled it. I didn't realize the value behind this card, but the value has actually increased since pulling it, and we'll see how it graded when we get to the end of this video. All right, before we get into my slabs here, I picked up a few slabs over the past couple weeks at some shows I was at. This Galarian Articuno, you guys probably know I made a video talking about this recently. I feel like this is a really good slab right now to be picking up. Really good single as well. It's like 110 Canadian. You can probably get it like sub 100 USD. I'll put the conversions if I remember on screen here. But really cool card. Surprised at how cheap it was. I think I picked this up for 380 Canadian, so pretty much right on comps. Like no crazy deal, but they're relatively hard to come by. There's like 2,000 PSA 10s out there, so 7 cert. Pretty old, but really cool card. Stoked to have that one. It'll go with my Moltres. I've also got this Walking Wake. I feel like Temporal Forces cards are kind of creeping up in value. I think this one's a really cool one. Actually, I've noticed I just kind of like purple and blue cards a lot. I've been picking up a lot of them. So that's really cool. It looks nice in that guard as well. I'll probably take it off, but I'll hold on to this one for a while. Both of these I'll probably hold on for, I don't know, maybe 6 months, a year, and then sell them. I'd imagine Articuno's going to keep going up. I'd imagine this will go up to like 500 Canadian. Walking Wake, like I said, I picked it up for 260, pretty well right on comps as well. I traded in a card to get 80 bucks off of it though, so that helped a little bit. I feel like, again, give this one another year or two, and I think it's going to probably go up quite a bit. I don't know if it'll hit 500, but I think it's going to be a strong one once these ancient Pokemon kind of get a little bit more respect. And a couple more cards. I had a big trade come in for a few, like IR PSA 10s I had, and paid some cash. So the biggest one being this Charizard. This is from Shiny Treasure, right? The Japanese version of Paldean Fates. Really cool card. It's going for about 600 Canadian and a 10. Got a nice deal on that one. We also picked up the Mabostiff. Same guy for all these cards pretty much. He just wanted to kind of move a couple of these slabs. He was having trouble moving the Japanese slabs. I picked them all up at the Peterborough card show, so smaller community out there. I don't think as many Japanese collectors either, so hopefully I'll find him a new home next time we vend around Toronto. But yeah, that Charizard, I might hold on to that guy for a while. It's really, really cool. The rest of these are kind of bulk slabs considering, PSA 10s, but I think they're all around 50 Canadian, and then Mabostiff I think is just over 100. All right, now what we've been waiting for here, we've got our slabs. Let me roll up the sleeves and get ready for this one. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know when I'm not talking like market content, not as many of you click on it, but hopefully you guys enjoy. Let me know if you do by leaving a comment. We'll go through these cards. We'll just kind of pick them up like this, and we'll flip them around as we go. So again, I know all these cards. I know the grades, but I don't necessarily know what card is first and last in this pile. Giovanni. So this card, Not a typical card I would grade. I just thought it looked really, really clean. I was going to sell it, but it's not really anything special. I think it's like a $10 single, maybe. But it was real clean, like I said. I figured why not give it a shot at a PSA 10? That would at least increase the value a little bit. Giovanni's cool. It's a more collectible trainer. I do like grading trainers. I feel like some of them have graded well. I did the Iono full art from Paldea Evolved. I've done the Serena full art from Silver Tempest. I think there's another trainer in here too. I think I have the Crown Zenith Alessa Sparkle. If this card wasn't super clean, I wouldn't grade it. Like, I feel like I have a pretty good eye at this point for any, issues with cards. But this one, of course, got the 10. Again, nothing special. I'm pretty sure this is like 90 Canadian, so who knows how fast it'll sell. It might sit for a while, but still kind of cool. Not an SIR or anything, but solid card. Here's another one. We can take a look at the quality. Like, all these cards are super clean. I don't think there's really anything wrong with any of them. This card I bought off my buddy Aiden. He tuned in to our Destined Rivals release day stream and picked up a pack. Great story for this. This was his first pack since being a kid. Like, he doesn't collect. He's like a real life friend. Wanted to support the channel a little bit. Picked up one pack magic and pulled this Ethan's Ho-Oh. I thought it was really, really clean, so I bought it off him. I paid $250 Canadian, straight up like release day comps. Just he figured, you know what? I don't collect Pokemon cards. I might as well cash out. That's a big hit. And we were talking about me grading it for him and then giving him the 10 after he comes back, or the 9, whatever it's going to be. But he was like, you know what? I'm not going to take the gamble. Just give me the cash. So I picked it up off him, graded it. Looked really good. Now looking at it, I feel like the centering is a little heavy on the left here. Beautiful card, but unfortunately got the 9. It's still up a little bit. If you look at it that way, I'm probably going to profit like $30 when I sell it. So after the grading fee and the purchase price of the card, not really up much, basically breaking even, but still a really cool card. I might hold on to this one for a little bit. We'll see. I know Eli really wants it, so we might find it a new home pretty quick, but still a really cool card. Unfortunately, it is a 9. That card is beautiful, though. Destin's Rivals singles are doing really good. Next card. I'll try to go a little quicker on these. Mewtwo. I feel like this card is forgotten. The Pokemon Go ETB promo, it's just a full art, but dude, this is a really nice full art. Nothing too crazy on this one. Like, I feel like people aren't grading them, so the value is a little better. It's not something you see in every display case, which is nice. But yeah, pretty cool card. Got the 10 on it. Again, nothing too crazy. Actually, I'm pretty sure this one's like close to 200 Canadian, so pretty solid for an ETB promo. But dude, Mewtwo's just popular right now as well. Mewtwo cards are doing good. That's why I graded it. I kind of had a feeling, it was my cleanest one. Wanted to grade it. Worked out for me. All right, this one is for my PC. I picked this one up. I traded a bunch of 151 singles back in January when they were like really hot. Sold a bunch of them off. Picked this guy up and a couple other singles. Smart move, because then I was able to buy back all the 151 singles when they dipped there at the beginning of the summer, kind of end of the summer. And now they're all up again. So I've done good flipping 151 back and forth. Got me this card. It was surprisingly clean. I was like, I'm going to grade this. So you can find PSA 10 contenders at card shows. Like, I bought this from a vendor. I was thinking to myself, man, he should have graded it. Boom. PSA 10. If any of you have the Fido, this little fella, IR, PSA 10 from Scarlet and Violet base, I need a PSA 10 of it. Hit me up on Instagram, TrevorTCG. I will buy it from you. I will pay comps. Very low pop card. It's hard for me to find one other than eBay. But hit me up if you got one for sale or if you can help me get one. I would really appreciate that. Beautiful card going right in the PC. Next up, we've got Alessa Sparkle. So again, I would not grade a card like this unless I was confident it was going to get a 10. Looking at it here, I think left is a little bit heavy. The corners were all really good on this, though. I know I had this for a while, though. I was humming and hawing about it because it's just not really... There's not really value in the 10. I think the 10 is like $90, maybe like 85. Unfortunately, it is a 9. And they're going for about $35, so probably broke even on this one, maybe. Like basically the grading cost of the card, so nothing too special, but hopefully it moves. What do we got next? Probably more Crown Zenith. I sent a few Crown Zenith cards out. We've got the Zeraora V-Star. Again, another really cool card. Zero ores, like I'm surprised the value has been low on these. I had the alt art from Chilling Rain, and I think it was only going for like 250, 230, something like that. I think this card's going for a little bit more. Maybe it might be like high 100s, low 200s in Canadian dollars. Super cool card though. Really love this one. Got a 10 as well. Crown Zenith cards have graded pretty good for me. Other than that Alyssa Sparkle, I guess. Pretty much every other Crown Zenith card I've graded has came back a 10. Actually, they all have except Alyssa Sparkle. This should be Semi-Seer. Yeah, we've got the Semi-Seer. I feel like this is going to be one of those meme cards that just goes up like crazy in value. Like, if we're looking at the Solosis and like all these other kind of meme cards, like, why is this one not up there? Like, this is a beautiful card. Everyone loves it. There's people that collect it. In a PSA 10, I think it's going for like 220, something like that. Not crazy expensive, but I feel like there's a lot of upside potential. So maybe think about picking one of these up if you haven't yet. We got the 10 on it. Really cool card. Again, this was one I probably wouldn't grade. When I did send it in, I think it was only going for like 120 and a 10, but super, super clean card. You just got to keep an eye on it. Like, there can be little tiny issues, but like, dude, if you just look at all these cards with a magnifying glass or whatever, give them a nice little wipe down, they'll grade good. Really cool card though. Awesome looking in a slab. I'm pretty stoked on that one. This is probably it for Crown Zenith. This is a cool one, dude. This is actually surprisingly expensive. I have some of my prices written down here. I'm pretty sure it's going for like 350 Canadian, maybe a little bit more in a 10. It's just a VMAX. Like the raw copy, I think is 60 or 70 Canadian as well. If you have this sitting around in your bulk or your binder, dude, Snorlax cards are good. Gengar cards, Pikachu cards, pull them out of there. They're worth something. Like, this was just a random hit. I hit this thing, I think, out of a mini tin back when Sword and Shield Base was out. I think it was like Sword and Shield Base and XY Evolutions. Pulled this beauty, and we got the 10 on it. So I've been sitting on this for a long time. Had it in a bulk box. Didn't realize the value on it, and then didn't realize how clean it was. So very happy I didn't just like, throw this in a random box, no sleeve or anything, but this is why you sleeve up your cards. It was sitting in a bulk box for like 4 years, 5 years before I picked it out and graded it. Very happy with that one. I'll probably hold on to that for a little bit. I feel like these unique form VMAXs have a lot of upside potential. I mentioned it, kind of like the tag teams. If it's a unique form, popular Pokemon VMAX, Gigantamax, I think there's potential. People are going to go back and be like, yo, those VMAXs were so cool. The V-Stars were so cool. Whatever. Got another VMAX. We got the Chonky Chew. This one is from Celebrations. I don't know if this one is from the figure box or not. It's from one of the boxes. There's a bunch of Chunky Chews, but surprisingly good. $20 raw. And yeah, this one was clean. I bought like 40 of these. Like, they were like $2 at one point, so I just copped a whole bunch of them. Figured, why not? And it paid off. We got a 10 on this one. I'm pretty sure the value is about 220, so again, really solid. Like, picked this card up for $2, paid the $30 grading fee. Well worth it. We got Gyarados, Celebrations Gyarados. I have a ton of these. Like, dude, I've mentioned it a bunch of times. I love Celebrations. I have a lot of other Celebrations cards coming in the next submission. Probably end of November, I'll get that back. Maybe early December. Stay tuned for that video. Of course, we'll film a video for that. Dark Gyarados, though, like, I looked through this box of probably like 150 Classic Collection singles, and I found like 12 that I considered PSA 10 contenders. This one I thought was really, really good, and it got the 10. I have maybe 30 of these cards. They're all pretty like top, bottom off, but this one was really, really good. Really cool card. I feel like Celebration still has a ton of upside potential, especially if you get very clean PSA 10s and new certs. I know all these vendors love the new certs. 2 cards left. This should be another Celebrations. This card was traded into me, so as a vendor as well, look through your stuff that comes to your table. I got this right at the end of the show that I was planning at this show. I brought cards to submit to PSA. I was like, if anything clean comes to my table, I'll grab it, add it to the submission, whatever. So this came to my table right at the end of the show. Looked super clean. I was like, why not? Why not? Let's send it. It's $30, whatever. I picked it up at the time. I think it was $40. So I got it in a trade for a little less than that, probably 85% of 40 Canadian. Now it's going for like 80 Canadian raw. So even if I didn't grade it, it's up a lot. But we got the 10 on it. Beauty. Rayquaza cards are super hot right now. Celebrations cards, megas. There's a lot going for this card. I'm so glad I sent one in. But yeah, really good pickup. Like I said, I picked it up whatever in a trade. 85% of 40 bucks, paid that 30. Now it's going for about 380. Really stoked on this one. I kind of want to keep it for the PC, but with Rayquaza being so hot and having another one at PSA right now, I might have to sell it. A lot of these will be for sale. I'm going to be at the Durham Card Show here in Ajax this Sunday, Sunday the 19th. I'll also be at Collectors Clash November 2nd. So come to one of those shows. I'll probably have most of these slabs out there on display or for sale. But this is going to be the last card of the video. This is the big one. The Simplified Chinese Pikachu. Really, really cool card. I guess we'll flip it around so we can look at the artwork here. This is a banger. I was a little bit iffy on it. The bottom left corner, I was kind of like, there's a little tiny bump on it. Nothing major, though. Nothing major. But with PSA being a little more strict these days, I was kind of like, I don't know. I've gotten away with some pretty rough cards getting 10s in the past. Also, being Simplified Chinese, I didn't know how it would grade. But it's really cool. I feel like that Mew is awesome. I don't know. I feel like this card is going to keep going up in value. It's pretty expensive. In a 10, it's going for about 1,900 Canadian. If it keeps going up, like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. Do you think these cards have potential? These 4 Pikachus from Chinese 151. Do you think they'll continue to go up in value, especially in 10s? Or do you think they're pretty well maxed out at $2,000? Do you think they're going to go up to 4 or 5? I don't know. I feel like I want to flip it right away, but I don't want to regret it. We got the PSA 10. Incredible. 50% of the value of this submission, of this return, right here in this card. This is what spoiled it for me. I did get the upcharge on this guy. I paid the upcharge fee. I think it was like 70 bucks, so it's pretty obvious. If that Ho-Oh came back in a 10, it'd be going for like $950 right now. So that's a little disappointing. That was the second biggest card in the sub. It got wrecked with the 9. But at least we got this. If this got a 9 as well, it would have been a pretty bad day. It would have been a bad day. But super stoked. Let me know. Hit me up on Instagram if this is a card you're looking for. Maybe we can work out a deal if you're in the Toronto area. But yeah, that is really good ratio right there. We got 10 out of the 12 cards back as a PSA 10. That keeps my 83% gem rate. Like I said, I've got like 14 more cards at PSA right now, and I also dropped off another 8 today. Just a small submission, but I had a couple hits from Mega Evolution I wanted to get graded. I think I had some more celebrations. Now that celebrations cards are like going up and kind of chilling, I can kind of determine the value, see if it's worth it or not. So I sent a few more celebrations cards, but you'll be seeing more and more celebrations on the channel because I just feel like that is a great set to be putting my money towards right now. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this. I know not as many of you guys like the PSA content for me, but I think you're just used to the market content, which is going to continue. You'll get another video in the next few days. Don't you worry. But yeah, that's going to be it. Like I said, I'm going to be out of here. Hopefully I see you guys at one of the future shows. Durham Card Show, Sunday, the 19th of October, and Collectors Clash, November 2nd. I'll be there. Nice green table for Hyper Rare. I'll have all these slabs available and tons of singles. All right, that's it this time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.